On this episode, we're going to be talking about, should I renovate my home prior to selling it to get more money? Is that something that I should do? So we all know that buyers are turned off by a big to-do list. We don't want to have them come look at a home and have just a million things to do with this house. The goal is to really have nothing that they need to do except just love it and come in and move in. But that doesn't always happen. We want to get that as close to that as possible. But the big question is whether it's important to do a big renovation in order to get it up to date, or is it worth it to do that? Are you going to get your money out of it? That's what we're talking about in today's episode. So if that's something that interests you and is informative for you, stay tuned for this episode. Hi, I'm Sherry Douglas, and welcome to the Faith-Led Interior Design Show. Our Be Blessed verse this episode is Psalm 34:4-5. Find your delight and true pleasure in the Lord, and He will give you what you desire the most. Give God the right to direct your life, and as you trust Him along the way, you'll find that He pulled it off perfectly. And that's so true. I can always tell it's God if it's coming out perfectly, like to the minute or to the date or to the whatever, because God's like that. We delight in you, and we pray that you, Lord, give us the desires of our heart, that you would put your desires inside of us, and we desire what you desire for our life. That's my desire. I pray that what I do is good, that it's something that you desire and is good according to your word. So I strive for that. Should I renovate my home before selling to get more money? So sellers want to know how to determine if a renovation before listing my home is something that I should do in this current market. Will it give me my desired value? Will a renovation give me my desired return on investment? It's an ROI, return on investment. That's what, a big question. How to know if you should renovate your own home before listing and selling, how to get higher prices. Is it worth the bother to renovate the home? Is a home renovation necessary for a top dollar sale? Does it increase the value of the property? Glad you asked. The following is our expert opinion on these matters. So whether a pre-listing renovation is the best option for you or worth it, is it, worth the hassle and the money? And we'll be answering some of the do's and don'ts in remodeling. The main factor, increase the home's value before listing it to sell. Some of the main things that I would definitely put some money into. Certain renovations have a promising return of investment and others don't. So we'll talk about that. So I have, through the years, seen so much money spent on doing things wrong. I mean, high-end wrong. Lots of money. And it's really not effective. It's really not worth what they put into it. As a matter of fact, it can switch it. It can be, this is detrimental to the sale. I would never buy something like this. So the thing is, you want to get professional opinions on what to do and what is most effective. Somebody with a lot of experience will be able to go in and tell you, do this, don't do that. This area is the most effective place to do something. This area isn't as important. And sometimes, the sellers can't tell what's important, what's not important. Where should I put my money? And something that I'm really, really conscious of is what money is put in. Is at least, if you're selling, usually it's as least as possible so that you can get the look and then get as much money for the property as you can, not a total renovation. You not have to do as much, but there are certain things that you do want to do. So it can lead to smaller renovations and a smaller renovation budget. And this should be a good thing for the bottom line. So when we determine the type of buyer that's coming into your home for sale, the decisions that you're making should be made to fit their needs.
If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and bell so you are notified next time a new video is uploaded.
Here's an example of what I found that add to value of your home. And there are many more, but here's a few. And by the way, I do a home value report every home to determine if the value is doing or not doing home repairs or renovations. Is the value going to be better doing home renovations or not? The decision also helps you to determine the selling price. The first thing, major thing, every buyer beelines to the kitchen. The kitchen is, if not the biggest, second, because the biggest might be your first initial impression as you come into the home or coming up to the home. It could even be curb appeal. But the kitchen is a major determination of your home sale. So is it worth it to remodel your kitchen to get a better return on investment? Sometimes it is. And sometimes it just depends on the scope. The kitchen is one area that a lot of times you can get the full amount out, if not more, because it's really, really an important area to have looking fantastic. So that's where the buyers beeline to. That's where they spend their time with their family the most. So what you want to do is get costs on getting the kitchen up to date and then seeing how that affects. It depends on the area you're in, whether, again, a renovation is worth it. Then many times on a kitchen, you might be doing a small remodels, such as maybe just paint the cabinets, put new handles, fixtures and plumbing, that kind of thing. Some other areas that are important in the kitchen are, of course, the flooring, the countertops, the backsplashes. That can help with an update on your kitchen design. And same like kitchen, bathroom, especially your primary bathroom, is important to be nice. You may want to spend some money on these areas to fix up and get your top dollar, your top return on investment. We're talking especially the primary bath off of the primary bedroom, and that can make a huge difference in the sale. Like the kitchens, these bathroom updates many times are worth it. Getting it really, really cool can cost something initially, but pay back more. So the kitchen and the bathroom is biggies. Okay, home offices are another area that's been really, really big since, more people are working from home. A lot of times these larger open spaces are now being turned into office space, maybe taking a portion of it, either walling it in or screening it off, depending how much privacy you need. But these areas can be converted to office space. And so we've gotten creative and most of the time can change these, get some office space in the home without major renovations. So that's kind of a good thing. But every once in a while, so this is not added square footage. This is changing the square footage that you have. And so that's not going to cost as much, maybe a couple walls or things like that. And that can be, if you, put a closet, could even be considered another room. So that can be a good return on your investment. Okay, and the fourth thing I want to talk about is curb appeal. So important. When you're coming up to your home, the buyer is looking to, they want to love it. So if you can get that look as you're driving up to your home as pretty as possible and really appealing, then the buyer gets excited from the outside and then walks in. Wow, look at this, so that's what you want, that first impression. And then guess where they beeline, of course, to the kitchen and even the main bathroom, they go that way. So again, a professional person such as myself can help okay, this is important to put some pots right here. And that's all you need, maybe. Or maybe you need more. Maybe we should paint the steps and the handrails, the front door to get more of an emphasis, just a very nice curb appeal. And maybe a little landscaping here and there. But again, what we want to do is take the least amount. If you're selling, you don't want to put a huge amount in. You want to just do the things that are important. And so using a professional, you can get real strategic on that. You can get, this is what's needed, that's not needed, that kind of thing. And it really helps. And again, the first impression when they open that front door, the wow factor there is important. Okay, so I want to give you 4 tips about home renovation or not home renovation. Let's look at that. Tip number 1, take care of the major issues first so that your buyer doesn't have to. When it comes to selling your home, the most important thing is to take care of the major issues, especially the dangerous ones. And then what you should do is go through the entire house and look at, what are the issues per room? And then make a list of that. And I know it can feel long and so forth, but some of them actually probably don't need to be done, and others you will need to do. But all of it should be disclosed. The disclosures are super important. The other thing is that buyers are very quick to notice these issues. And so what we want to do is, as they're walking through, get rid of anything they would have noticed and just make it a non-issue. As much as you can do that is very helpful in selling your home. And again, the last thing they want is a list of major things to do. That is not going to be pleasing to them. Okay. So by remedying the major projects, it's a great way to present your home in its best light. The more it shines as having been well taken care of and cared for, the better. And this will captivate the potential buyer and give them a secure feeling that this home has been taken care of and it's something that's been well loved, and it's something that they would like to, transition into too. Tip number 2 is resist the temptation to add on livable living space. This is an add-on. This is a whole different thing. We're talking roof lines, we're talking major construction. And that, I would say 9 times out of 10 is not worth it on a home resale. Occasionally there's times when it is worth it. You can spend quite a bit and really upgrade the property, upgrade the square footage, and it is worth it. But most of the time it isn't. So what you want to do is work around your current square footage. And the other thing is just, consider whether it's worth it. Does it add to the resale value? Usually the answer is no. And so I don't recommend it. But one thing, first of all, it can take too much time. If you're needing to sell or want to sell quicker, of course, you're not going to want to do a major remodel, because that's costly and takes time. And then you would want to be assured that doing it would give you a great return on your investment. So you would have to, I would get with a professional and have you weigh that out. Do it and get a better return on your investment or not. And a lot of times people are there's companies there that actually come in. They will pay for your remodel. They will pay for work to be done. And then you pay them back out of escrow when the house sells. And that's kind of a cool, no interest, no extra charges for that. You just have to qualify, and they'll come in and take care of everything that needs to be done. You'll, of course, have a contract so you can say yay or nay to things. That goes into escrow. And when the home closes, you actually probably are getting much more money for the home because you have done this. And then you pay them back. And again, you have to weigh out your return on investment. Is it better to do all this work and get more return, have people come in, it's updated and it's ready to go, or just, not do that? And probably you're going to have to price a little lower because it's not done, and then let somebody else put the money into it and get higher return on interest. That's usually what's happening these days. Either you're going to do it or somebody's going to come in and then their house will be worth more than what they paid for it. That's how it's happening here in California. Whether you want to do that big thing or you want to just do some of the smaller things is up to you. And you do have to weigh it out professionally. I would look at it very professionally and say what shouldn't be done and that kind of thing. Fresh paint is always a given. That's an inexpensive, easy way to really liven up a space. It's amazing what paint can do. So that can make a huge difference. It's usually a great investment and it cleans it, makes it feel fresh and clean and new. So paint is usually something that is done prior to selling if you want to get more money. Hard surface flooring is another area that is very popular these days. So that might be something that you would want to take out. A carpet or tile sometimes is just really, really dated, and put in some hard surface flooring. And that could help with your home's potential of selling for more. You can take the existing rooms and make them more functional and more attractive for potential buyers. These are little ideas that are a lot of times work without having to do a large renovation project. So by investing in these upgrades and minimal renovations, you can add value to your home. Tip number 3 is update the old worn out finishes that date your home. What are some of the things that date your home quickly? A few that date your home are old finishes. The finishes may have not been updated for a long time, so we want to get those updated. Like kitchen cabinets might be that oak, and that you can either stain or paint, and it's an easy fix. It's not super expensive like a renovation would be. Light fixtures, again, kitchen cabinet hardware, honey oak cabinets might be something, backsplashes, countertops. And it might be, much better to sell if these are from the 80s or something like that, to actually spend a little bit to get them up to date. Carpet in California is used minimally here in Orange County, Southern California. So if you have old carpeting installed, it's always great to update that, because carpeting can kind of feel yucky. It feel like it's dirty. It doesn't have to be top of the line carpet that's put in. It can be just good looking. Then at least it's clean, and that's a great idea to do. Some of these items that I'm mentioning now can be actually done very quickly, and you can get your home on the market for sale. And so that's nice. The good news is updating these finishes can breathe new life into the space, into the home. It can make it look modern, refreshed, and newer than it actually is. Much value can be added without a huge expense of renovation. So why not give your home a stylish makeover? Create an inviting atmosphere that will captivate potential buyers. Take the leap and watch your old house be transformed into something contemporary and easier to sell in today's market. Step 4 is to get the space professionally staged for photos and showings. Staging has been shown to add at least 5 to maybe even 20% to the price of the home. So have you ever walked in the home where the furnishings don't quite match or aren't on point with the time, or it's a fixer-upper and it's not in good shape? Maybe the furnishings feel darker, smaller, it's an outdated floor plan compared to homes on the market. What's happening when people are looking for homes, they're going to be seeing other homes that are maybe updated, and that makes, you want yours to shine and be like, oh, I really want to go see this house. So a lot of times staging is used to do that. I've sold homes where the home that we're selling is the only one that's staged. And believe me, everybody's coming to the staged one. They want to see, because people can't visualize it done. So when it's staged really beautifully, that really helps on the sale of the home. So if you're looking for a real estate agent, interior designer, or expert in staging, I'm here to help. Now is not the time to advertise your personal taste. You can have your personal, you want your home to look like, oh, a happy family lived here and it has good memories in this house and everything. But really, we don't want it to be real personalized, because we want it to be kind of generic. beautiful, where a lot of people can see themselves in the home. So we have to strategically arrange furniture and have tasteful decor that is important for the look, and kind of just transform your older home into something a little bit more modern, a little bit more desirable for a lot of people. So that's kind of what we're after there. And that's a good thing. So let's work together and start with what you have. You can add items to make a big impact and make your property shine and make it where it will command top dollar. And you deserve that. Okay, so don't let your furnishings stop you. You can take what you have and add to it, take away things that don't work, and transform your space into, I mean, it's amazing the transformations that can happen just using what you have, plus maybe bringing in a few little things your stager's bringing in to make it be, really great. After it's really great, when people are coming in, they're going, wow, this is awesome. Then we're going to do professional photos. If it's a great property, drones are used. There's walkthrough tours, there's floor plans, websites for your property, and things like that, then comes in the marketing and how to get your home sold. It's important who you're choosing to do that, because I'm with Better Homes and Gardens, real estate champions. Better Homes and Gardens, yes, it's the magazine. It's been around for 100 years, actually. And their database is like 400 million. And they have a distinctive for the very high-end homes, a distinctive category. And that goes out to the world, your sales. So you want the marketing to be major, to be out into the world. So if you're thinking of selling your home and you're ready to attract your dream buyer to the signing table, give me a call and my team will be happy to help you and get you started. Let's just start the conversation and see what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. My goal is to, again, do it for the least amount of money, get the most return on your investment, bang for your buck, sell your house at the top dollar as you can, and, get you into your new dream home. So I would love to help you by doing a value report on your home. You can call me or text me. So let's chat. Ending blessings for today. Father, thank you for all these listeners and viewers, all your children, Father, that you call them by name. And we're all destined for a purpose. I thank you for Psalms 37, 4 and 5, that if I delight myself in you, Lord, you give me the desires of my heart. And I pray that for everybody here, that if they delight themselves in the Lord and his plan for your life, that you will have in store for them great things. What a wonderful, great promise. And I want my best gift is to delight you, Lord. I just pray that I'm a delight to you. So stop dreaming, start designing your luxury home and within your budget. Blessings to you all, and see you next episode.
If you're struggling to design or improve the interior of your home that mirrors your amazing self and within your budget, make sure to reach out. Email me at sherry@dcdouglasinteriors.com. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Blessings until next time.